Alright guys, as always, before we get into the video, I'm going to talk to you guys about Futtrading. It's our website, it's our trading service that we offer, and it's an awesome system to help you guys make coins. Basically, for tier 1, it's £10 a month. You get yourself buying and selling prices for the fodder cards. And this isn't normal fodder, this is daily SBC fodder. It's far more profitable and can be utilised more often. You get the buying and selling prices for special cards, all the profitable ones on the game, and the same for icons with prime icons due to be added. And you also get a weekly trading guide and a club stock guide that's handwritten by me every single week for you guys to make coins. The club stock guide has seen people make millions over the course of the last 2 or 3 weeks with some unbelievable profits from cards for very short holds, a week, 2 weeks maximum, and even that is pushing it. Sometimes it's 2 or 3 days. Tier 2, £15 a month. You get all of that. Plus you get our live sniping filters and our fluctuations area. Fluctuations track the market 24 hours a day, and they literally show you which cards are down to go and target your buys and work out where you want to buy, and it tells you how to sell. And then on top of that, you've got tier 3. You get all of that plus our Discord bot. It direct pings you and tells you there are deals on the market, or go and have a look. It allows you to either buy that card or wait for an undercut and make even more profit on that card. That's £20 a month, £10 a month for tier 1, £15 a month for tier 2, £20 a month for tier 3, or if you buy for 3 or 6 months, you get big discounts. So check out Futtrading, but for now, let's get into the video. Yo, what is up guys? Welcome back to a new video with me, Fuzzball40. As always, if you're new around here, make sure you subscribe down below and make sure notifications are turned on so you never miss an upload. Do not forget, as always, check out Futtrading. You'll make millions of coins. We say it all the time. And we're always going to advertise our site because we work very hard on it. Make sure you check it out though. Basically, this video leads on. I do this most weeks. It leads on directly from me having written the weekly trading guide and the club stock guide. I always write those every Thursday morning. And so when they're done, it sort of gives me the sort of, I guess, ammo to go and record a video for you guys. I try and put into these videos as much as I can about how you invest in these promo cards or what you've got to do for the week. Everything you need is on the site, but if you're willing to go into FootWiz and look and learn, you can make coins. It's not hard. This is where we get all of our information from. The site just condenses it down and makes it easier for you guys to get. But 2 things I want to talk about in this video. The first are League SBCs and what's happening now that some of them are ending, what will happen and how you can make coins from that. And the second is the headliners investments that sort of we did last week and we advised last week, and the ones for this week that could do quite well in sort of I guess a light amount of detail. But we'll start off by talking about the League SBCs. And basically, we're losing, they're going, League SBCs from the Ligue 1, which is this one here, the Eredivisie, and the MLS. Okay, they've all got 7 days on them, and they go. So next Thursday, they will no longer be on the game. Now, people have asked the question, will they come back? I don't work for EA, but my guess would be yes. Basically, last year this happened. They came off. Some of them came back with better rewards on them. And yeah, basically they go away and they come back. Now, don't ask me why EA do this. I don't know why they take them off the game. I also don't really like the fact they've taken these off the game so close to Team of the Year. It's a bit of a sly thing to do. Now, sometimes last year they took a little bit of time to come back. Sometimes they came back very quickly. But that's what that is. That's what happens. But having a time limit on it does have its benefits for you as a trader, because people, including me, if you look at this here, I've got 3 left to compete on the MLS, I've got 3 left to compete on the Eredivisie, and I've got 2 left to compete on Ligue 1. Now, I League SBC grind, I've got lots of coins. I can just grind this week to make sure that I finish this off now, and potentially one more time. But let's say you're somebody who hasn't really got the coins, or has to rely upon getting coins at a different time in the week, and you're halfway through completing Ligue 1. You go and get those coins, and towards the end of the week, you're going to need to rush, because you might have completed 2 of the squads. But by not completing the last 2 squads, which aren't overly expensive or whatever, you miss out on a mega pack. A lot of people don't want to miss out on that pack, because to them, those 2 packs there, those 2 SBCs completed, are wasted SBCs. So what we saw last year was a lot of the cards in these leagues spike quite significantly just before these cards went out of packs. Now, I think the high point was a couple of days beforehand, so on a Tuesday, for example, because by the time Wednesday and Thursday came around, people were like, I don't want to touch these cards, X, Y, Z. But a lack of silver supply, which wouldn't surprise me from EA, will see these bang. So if you're going to buy silver tonight, I'd really focus your mindset in on these 3 leagues at a basic level. You want to do all the leagues, of course you do. But these are 3 leagues that could do very well this week, because obviously there's only 7 days left. There's the limited time. Those cards have massive value. Apologies for coughing, my dad's not very well. But so Ligue 1, Eredivisie, MLS, I digress. It is what it is. For Ligue 1, Any. Bronze, silver, rare bronze, rare silver, whatever. They're fine to buy into, okay? Eredivisie and MLS, you really want to focus yourself on any silver and only rare bronzes. Don't look at common bronzes. They don't do as well for those leagues. It's as simple as that. Now, buy point for the minor leagues, either sort of league. You're looking at for MLS, something in around 300 coin mark, and Eredivisie for 300 coin mark for silvers, and discard price for sort of the rare bronzes. In and around that is fine. For the Ligue 1, you want to check the price before the 6 PM deadline hits. So, right now, if I go into Ligue 1, I'll check the price of silver rares when it's going to not kick me off. I don't know why it keeps doing that. It's so jarring. So, silver rare, Ligue 1. Get a rough idea. I mean, that's not what they're selling for. They're selling for a bit more than that. But 700 coins probably is about where they're selling for, in and around 700 coins, give or take. Let me have a look again. So right now, for actually a bit more than that, they're about 750, realistically. Yeah, about 750. He's probably next to there. So I wouldn't want to pay more than sort of 500 coins a card for those. And then you're sort of looking for a drop-off. Hello, Monty. What are you doing? You're looking for a drop-off in and around sort of that sort of 30-40% mark. That's really the minimum that you want to be looking at, okay? And that's what you want to do for those three leagues. For the other leagues, it is just the same sort of thing. Minor leagues, as close to discard price as possible on rare bronzes and silvers. That's the dog's size is going to walk in now. And for the... I've lost my train of thought. They were both sleeping, so that's alright, I'll leave the door open. And for the major leagues, you need to check the price before 6 PM, obviously. Most of you will do it now and done it via the site, know those prices. But we're going to head over now to FUTWIZ and look at the headliners cards and the investments there. I'll be right back. Alright guys, welcome to FUTWIZ and Headliners Team 1. So every week on the Club Stock Guide and the Trading Guide, Weekly Trading Guide, we sort of draw people's attention to what's done well previously, and especially with promo teams, there's been a lot of differences this year compared to other years, and the major difference this year is just how quickly promo cards rise out of packs. So we talked about Acuna last week. We said that on Xbox we pay about 90k for him maximum, on PlayStation 85k. And the reason for that is we compared him to Renan Lodi, pardon me, who was like 160,000 coins. Evidently Brazilian, so a lot easier to link. But this Acuna card is fantastic. It's a brilliant, brilliant card. Like all over, it's a superb card. And he got quite low. And we advised people to buy into him. And people bought into him and they made a lot of coins because it's been a consistent theme all year. And so it's risky. There's no point in bullshit in it. It is risky. These are higher end cards and whatnot. But you can get a similar sort of thing next to by comparing them to other cards in that position from that league. And if you see Lodi at 160k and Acuna down at 80, there's no viable reason that Acuna is so much cheaper than that Lodi. There's no viable reason. Half the price for a card that's arguably a better card. It made no sense. And so we looked at a few cards this week. Simeone as well. We said don't buy anything more than 25. He's up at 30 now, which is quite nice. Carrasco again. I think the buy price on him was 75. It's climbed quite nicely. And so again, even at a lower level, Ibrahim Sangare. So we always put in these like no risk investments. We call them pretty much no risk. And these are the cards that are near enough discard price. And we sort of said that people don't pay more than 11.5k odd for Sangare, 16,000 coins, 15,000 on PlayStation. He's in a really, really good place. And the same can be done again this week, okay? So you've got Elizondo, who is basically discard price. Hoslu, who is discard price. This card here is never really going to be that usable. You can buy one, hope he gets a couple of upgrades for fodder, and get him and whatnot. Buy the Hunter, position change on him. He's not a CDM. I don't know why they're saying he is on FUTWIZ. He's a striker. But Elizondo, he's pretty much discard price on both consoles. Get a few of him with a shadow, and just hold him for a little while. Even if you get 5, the secondary transfer pile, you've still got 95 other spaces. He needs 1 or 2 upgrades to be very, very usable. And even now, he's still a decent card. He's still a very decent card. He'll go up in price guaranteed. You can't make a loss anyway. He's at discard price. But he'll go up in price guaranteed. But it's been much more difficult this week to find the buys because people have started to realise that cards are rising quite quickly out of packs. So they're buying in a bit earlier. So whereas last week we saw a rise in Acuna quite late on. This, is it Theat? Is that how you pronounce that? He's bounced quite significantly. So he was 60 yesterday. At 60, putting it lightly, he wasn't 60. He's about 67, 68. He's bounced quite a bit. Doesn't mean you can't buy in because he probably will rise more. Again, what we'll do here is we'll go Italian League. We'll look at position centre-back. And we'll go and compare him to other centre-backs in the league. So we'll have a little look. And we'll say, okay, cool. What other centre-backs we've got in this league? Cordoba at 400k. Skriniar at 210k. Bastoni 87 at 34k. He's obviously expensive because he's a team of the week. like, he is the cheapest of a bunch of cards in that league. Do I think he spikes massively? No, but I do think there's potentially some more movement in him. Tomori, who's 95k as a live card, bear that in mind. 95k as a live card. Admittedly, got strong links into Hernandez. But things like that, Fiat could do well. I personally, if you're at a low end, I would not be risking your coins on him, but it's not a bad shout. Someone like Ollie Watkins as well, 84 and 75 across the two. He's seen a bit of a rise so far. Less of a rise so far on PlayStation, so there may be more of a movement on him. But English, position, striker. We'll have a little look at the English, Premier League even. Position forwards, or attackers. We'll have a little look, and you'll see that in terms of strikers, you've got Werner, who is 760k minimum. Lukaku, who's live at 260. Martial, 575. Gabriel Jesus at like 680 or 430. Watkins fits nicely into that low end, that sort of lower end, but relatively strong, fast striker for the Premier League. Again, not a bad shout. If you wanted to risk a little bit on him, you probably could. I think you could see maybe 100k on him. It is risky, but they're the sort of cards that I look at, and you need to maintain that. Every time there's a promo, that sort of Wednesday, Thursday point is always a really nice buy-in for most of these cards. Now, this week's a little bit more risky. It is a little bit more risky. However, I'll show you what I did. Just as a little idea for yesterday I did on stream. I'm going to show you two Kimmiches that we bought, firstly. So we bought these two Kimmiches yesterday. We paid 125 and 120 for them. I'm going to leave him till he's out of packs before I sell. But he is up at the moment. I think he's 135 at the moment. But we'll have a look. Kimmich. And we'll go ones to watch. What headline is even? Not ones to watch. And he's bounced quite nicely since yesterday. So his 133 is the cheapest there. That's without a shadow on him. Still 133 is the cheapest. It's actually not a bad buy, that 133, to be fair. But I saw him rising a little bit yesterday. And if you look, I've got the only ones, basically, with the only one there with shadow on him, with anywhere near 140. And so they bounced quite nicely. They've bounced quite significantly. And he might get an upgrade, so it's relatively usable. But I didn't want to buy into too many of them until today. I wanted to see what they did. And if they started spiking today, that's when I thought, actually, I might buy in. Because of that, I'm going to show you a little bit. This happened on stream yesterday. We bought ourselves a Marcus Acuna for 11k. I don't know how it happened, but I was looking at the price, and on stream I was showing people, like, this is what we said to buy last week, and this is what it did. And I went to Acuna, and I clicked onto him, and there was one there for 11k, and I picked him up and bought him. I did it live on stream, so no one knows it was a cheat or anything. I did it live on stream, which is pretty dubby. I either sell him or I keep him, one of the two. And these Hernandez's, I bought them because he was going down when he came out yesterday's team of the week. He's bounced back again, so it's good profit there. But those are things I'd be thinking about for you guys. Low end, mid end, high end budgets. That's all the things you need to think about for the next 24 hours. The next video should be the conclusion pretty much of the Trading to 1 Million series, which should be done very soon. But if you're new around here, make sure you subscribe down below. Make sure your notifications are turned on so you never miss an upload. But for now, I'm out. Peace out. I'll speak to you soon.